got a crazy theory. Rick has got a crazy theory. Rick has got a crazy theory.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the first ever episode of LeftCoast Theories. Just a little bit something different today. I've been going crazy in my head, thinking about all those possibilities of in the Mandoverse and what we all watch and hopefully enjoy as much as I do. Yes, get your tinfoil hats ready, folks. So welcome to some of the early risers this Saturday morning. We got Mr. Duffman, Dave's Dimensions, Mr. Rolando, the number one moderator extreme. Hello, Pete. How you doing today? Mr. Jonathan, he's my number one LeftCoast Theories fan. He's the president of the actual fan club. It's not public yet. He keeps it all private, but it's true, all of it. So, yeah, going to ramble a little bit. If anyone wants to join me and disagree with me or share some of their own wonderful Star Wars theories, I'd be more than happy to have you join me, because I don't like doing this shit alone, man. Okay, hide. I don't have the super high-end version of StreamYard currently, so please bear with me. I still got... I can't put a background. I can play music. I can play videos. All right, that works. So before I debut some of these theories, many of you may have heard them because I've been puking them out all over the internet past couple days. It's just a super secret fan club. This is the way. Oh, let's not select all. All right. Oh, we got our first. Welcome, Mr. Lobot, sir. How you doing? Got our first open theory. Who thinks the Imperial scientists are working into the Dark Trooper program in the Bad Batch? I think that's a very realistic theory. The Dark Troopers, we kind of think of them as 100% machine, but are they really? I got a new theory this week from the damn cartoons, the Bad Batch. Might have been spoiled up here already. Diorama Duffman heard me spewing, but let me know your thoughts on this. Let me present a new photo because. Now, bear with me here. I'm not going to go out 100% and say Crosshair is Snoke. He very well, it's possible, but I think Crosshair is in Snoke in some way, shape, or form. If you know what I'm saying, like, it looks like they're injecting him to try and torture him to reveal the location of Omega, who is, apparently the most important clone, until they find out about, Grogu. That's the one they want the what do you call it? The juice. They want her mojo in Austin Powers format. I guess that's the best way to describe it. The mojo. I don't notice any, crosshair scar, kind of thing like that. But come on, man, like, it's got the jawline, like it. Otherwise, the jawline, besides being just deteriorated and whatnot, it's kind of Tarkinish. Like, he's a very unique human being in his profile and the way his face looks. But I don't know. This is just one new theory because we all know in some way, shape, or form they're gonna do some clues and some connections between the Star Wars we all know and love and the sequels, which, not we may not all know and love in the same way, but I think it's cool. I think any way they can kind of make connections between any storylines or movies or cartoons or comics or canon novels or even old non-canon novels, I think it's fantastic because we know they pull lots of story and elements from the older non-canon, novels and comics and things that have come out in the past. But it's interesting to see nonetheless, and I'm all for it. People call them Easter eggs, special cameos by certain actors. It's all meant to make us happy. In my opinion, it's there for us. It's what do you call it? Not member berries, other fan appreciation stuff. The people that make these shows, for the most part, are fans. So I take that with a grain of salt. But I'm pretty sure everyone that makes the new Star Wars content is a fan and has at least some knowledge of what they're talking about. Smirking Bear says, they used a clone cyborg, Echo, to power a Sistroid army in the final season of the Clone Wars. Yes, that's right. All of the Bad Batch characters, I think, got some mojo in them that, but for some reason, I think before Crosshair perishes, which I'm pretty sure he will perish, I made this theory known last year. I think in season 1 of the Bad Batch. He was part of the Bad Batch, and then he left. Good soldiers follow orders. Stuck with the Imperials. But I think at the end of the day, he will sacrifice his life to save Omega, who, is the key character in the Bad Batch, right? Morning, Mr. Mark. Yes, you have some of this. Easter eggs. Yes, but Canadian theories are worth less. So, 27% less. So we got to get them out there. Spread the word. So there's my first theory. Snoke is going to come from some way or another. Grogu's mojo gets in him. The Emperor's mojo, of course, because, he's the guy making him, right? Or his people are making him. But Snoke, he's got to have some DNA or clone strands from other, powerful beings, wouldn't you think? So there's my first theory. I got more. And between each one, got to pop this in there. Don't have photos for all of these, but now we got Mr. Heavy Mando and the Armorer, who many of you know. I have a theory on who the Armorer is, but I've added to that theory now because the Armorer is a baby mama. She's someone's baby mama, and that someone is Jimmy Kimmel's nephew. So we learned in the last episode of Mando that Heavy Mando, aka Paz Vizsla, is the father of young Ragnar, the new foundling Mando who got his ass kicked by Baby Yoda last week. Just point that out. He actually did. So children need a mama. So who's his mama? One of the other female Mandos walking around that cave? Or I have a feeling the Armorer and Heavy Mando have a past that we don't all know about. But I think, Snoke does have multiple daddies. I think that the Armorer and Heavy Mando are the parents of young Ragnar. So there's a new theory there. Also, in regards to Mr. Heavy Mando, Paz Vizsla, in the first season, he was voiced by Jon Favreau, the creator of the Mandoverse. And he's played by an actor, Tate Fletcher, I believe is his name. Big man, big bald man with a beard, of course. Those are the best actors. But I think now, this season, he is voiced and portrayed in a costume by the actor Tate Fletcher. So we don't notice a big difference in the voice because it is, muffled helmet voice. But in the credits now, Tate Fletcher is given a credit as, it says the role of Paz Vizsla, who is young Ragnar's father, as we learned in the last episode. So could the armorer be Ragnar's mama and Paz Vizsla's, So why is he called a foundling then? That's interesting, because I thought foundling were found, younglings. Because I'm pretty sure they refer to all the young children as foundlings. So that's interesting. Maybe that's a term we will learn in the future. So much like we call Mando, Grogu's father, we know in fact he's not his father. It's just a term of endearment, perhaps. Maury says, "You are the father." Correct. All right. We need a little bit of my famous background tune. 15%. 15%. 20% it is. So let's see if I missed any important chats. I have theories as deep of the minds of Mandalore. I still think Boba Fett, hail Lord Boba Fett, will be the Mandalore when it's all said and done. I got some new Omega theories. While this is here, let's rumble. Let's keep them going here. I'm not going to be here long, but I definitely have several theories on several characters, including Omega.
Rick has got a crazy theory. Rick has got a crazy theory. Rick has got a crazy theory.
Okay, Little Miss Omega. Now, I've noticed this new female scientist character in the Bad Batch with the red goggles, the fancy red goggles she has on. And, of course, now we have a new New Zealander, Aussie accent in this actress who, we know it's not Omega because she's in the same, timeline as Omega, as I guess my 10, 12, 13-year-old kid at this point. But why is this now there's a new scientist? There's not the scientist in the Mando that's just got his mind warped. There's a new scientist that we're seeing. This is prequel. It's not prequel. It's before Mandoverse, of course. So maybe she is, I'm not going to say Pershing's mom, but his previous predecessor. Is that his predecessor? The lead scientist in charge of stealing all the mojo from all these, Jedis and clones and whatnot. So maybe, I don't think she's, I don't know, it's just kind of weird that they're introducing these New Zealand accents in the Star Wars universe. So could she be Omega's mom? Or in a way, could her mojo be in Omega? Because, I don't know if you just flip a couple things in your chromosomes to turn it from a boy to a girl. So Boba being the alpha male and Omega being, the Omega. But, because I'm not a chromosome strand theorist, I don't know how all these rules work, but this is Star Wars. It's not real. So we can invent stuff. But yeah, I'm thinking Omega in a way derives from this new female scientist with the X-ray goggle specs on the Bad Batch. It's just an interesting theory based on accents alone, because if I based everything on accents alone, then Omega's not the armor, and that's just piss poor because I think she is. All right, let me catch up here. I think the kid is a foundling and a son in a sense, like Din and Grogu. Yeah, it's 50. We're 50-50 there. I'm gonna go 51-50 because they did call it's my son, and he didn't want to shoot down the Game of Thrones dragon while they stole his son and I guess stored him in his stomach for the night before he spewed him out to the little baby Game of Thrones dragons. So that was interesting. That episode was directed by Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers. So I'm actually surprised he wasn't in the episode because the previous episodes he did direct, he was, one of the main characters in it. I think the first one was where they stole the Imperial troop transport with Cara Dune and Horatio Sands or whichever Saturday Night Live character. So interesting that he wasn't in the episode. Maybe there's another one this season he directs. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are we at the halfway point of the Mando season 3? I don't know if there's 10 episodes. I know that the season finale of the Bad Batch is this upcoming Wednesday, and it's a 2-episode parter. I think this is confirmed, so maybe we get an hour of cartoons to watch after we watch the next chapter of Mando, because everyone knows that is the correct order to watch it. And I believe when they're making these and putting them out, they assume that the fan. Well, I guess they can assume that because half the fans are 30 years old and younger, and the other half are, 29 and older like me. So interesting. But I think the stories are blending now. There's more and more overlapping connections that we're going to see, and I think we're going to get a bunch dropped on the next episode of the Bad Batch that do connect with the original Star Wars trilogy, the prequel trilogy, because they're tying so much to the prequel trilogy, and of course the sequel trilogy, which needs the connecting the dots, so to speak. So I have full confidence. I have for several years that the story will, do that. So Jonathan says, with Bo and the armor have referred to Din and Grogu's dead. Yes, the armor several times. And Bo Katan, because Bo said, you don't think your dad's not the only Mando. But yeah, good point. Maybe they're just throwing that word around. The word dad means a lot to me, so I hope they're not using it in that kind of term. But if you raise the child, you are the child's parent, so it makes sense. Smirking Bear Studio says, like Paz found Ragnar on the field of battle and adopted him into the creed like Din and Grogu. Yeah, that's very much likely. Like, we might see that, another flashback that involves another character. Last week's episode would have been a great time to do it because was it season 1 of the Mando when he's, talking with the armorer and getting some new armor made. Again, as she's pounding the hammer, we get flashbacks of Mando as a child being rescued by, I guess, the Death Watch, being saved from all those destroyer droids and whatnot. So in the last episode, Grogu got that same kind of flashback treatment. I'm assuming Grogu is remembering that. Otherwise, they're just showing it for us, which I think would be silly. So I think we're learning that Grogu is remembering some more stuff, whether or not he has any way of communicating that with anyone else. So far, I guess he can talk to Ahsoka and Luke. And Mando, maybe he just, I don't know, got to communicate some way. It's interesting. Yes, we're jamming. Where'd the jamming music go? The jamming music is required. G'day, Michael. So, oops, bumped the chat. G'day, Michael. Hope you're doing well. So if you did not know, we're talking spoilers. Omega is meant to be an altered clone of Jago, an unaltered, which is, I guess, means not speed aged like the clones are. They're they're given some extra mojo so they grow up faster, so they're ready to fight. But Omega and Boba were not accelerated aging process, so they're kind of, and then something's different with the other Bad Batch members. The four of them, they're all different. None of them look like Tamora Morrison, much like Omega doesn't look like Tamora Morrison. It's just different. There's something about the clones that we're still going to learn. And I'm pretty sure they're even going to do another season of the Bad Batch because they can't answer all the open questions in a two-parter finale. So I expect more Bad Batch, and I expect more tie-ins to shows like Ahsoka and Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, etc. And now even the new, not the Acolyte, the other school one. The school. Don't have the school. Which is coming this year, I believe. Yeah, it almost feels that way. I think one of the directors this season on the Mandoverse is a director from the House of Dragons, I think. I don't know if it's the Lord of the Rings one, but the other one. So, yeah, there's definitely some similarities with all the frickin' dragons last episode. So now I'm thinking, because I got these baby dragons, the only ones that can ride them as babies would be Grogu and little Ragnar. So maybe Ragnar sees, okay, here's a new one. This is just for fun. But, gotta do it.
Rick has got a crazy theory.
Grogu and young Ragnar. Young Ragnar will see Grogu riding a dragon, and he'll get mad and try to ride the dragon like Grogu, and maybe it won't go so well. I don't know. I think I saw that in an episode of Game of Thrones, so why not? But yeah, another theory with Grogu and Ragnar is I don't think we're going to see Ragnar's face anymore, unless all the Mandos change the way, which again is a possibility, because I do think we are going to see Heavy Mando's face, and we're going to see the Armorer's face, Emily Swallow, eventually. So it may not be next episode. I think it will be this season. Why the hell not? Like, they're good-looking people. They're credited actors. They're not just 100% stuntmen. Mando is, he's probably a good 60% stuntman and 40%, Pedro Pascal. So I don't know. I think it's something like that. There's a few different stuntmen that wear the Mando costume. New Zealand clone accents are like English Imperial accents, wherever they were filming at the time. Yeah, no, that's a good point, Mark, because like I brought up that female scientist with the New Zealand accent. Like, maybe that's a Camino accent in the Star Wars universe? Because, like we know, the Imperials usually have the British, accent. The Rebels, they're a little mix mash, but for the most part, the Rebels they don't have the British accent. There's many that do, and many are British actors that speak in the American accent. Is Omega meant to breed and make naturally born Jangos for further cloning? I wouldn't say she's going to have a baby Jangos, but here's a theory. Are you ready for it?
Rick has got a crazy theory. Rick has got a crazy theory.
Omega is Rey's mom. What do you think of that? Because I think Omega will grow up. I don't think she'll die as a child. So yeah, let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in. Could Omega be someone's mom? And is the age right that when she's Boba's age? Because she is, I'm assuming, the exact... Whoop, that didn't work. the exact same age as Lord Boba Fett, give or take a year. So she'd be in her 30s or 40s in the Mandoverse timeline, which you're old enough to already have a 20-year-old baby named Rey Skywalker. But, you know, we all know that Rey's somehow a nephew of Palpatine. But there was a flashback in those sequel movies that we all love that showed Rey's being taken from her parents. Like, they showed the father more than anyone else. And I think we're meant to believe that father was, you know, Palpatine's son, if I'm not mistaken. So there should be a mom in that case. So just to tie shit together, I'm not saying she is the mother of Rey, but wouldn't that be a Left Coast theory bomb? Stretch that DNA sequence further and make some new strains. Yeah, because we saw that Pershing was discussing all the cloning stuff right before he got his mind wiped. So they're just throwing it. They threw that in, man. I didn't see that coming in the last episode 2 weeks ago. So I'm curious to see where they go with you know, the Pershing scientist guy, and if he's now just like he's going to be like in a wheelchair, or they're, you know, or what, or is he a clone? You know, he keeps rubbing his ear. Omega shouldn't have a New Zealand accent, as only Boba was raised by Django. Omega should have the same accent and speech patterns as the Camino cloners. Yeah, but they're aliens, right? Good point. We're led to believe that the only species on Camino were the Caminoians, that, you know, the tall neck people, but maybe there was, you know, humans and hammerheads and other stuff. I don't really know. Talk about Picard. I did watch that last episode just because I see everyone talking about it, and fuck Picard, man. No offense to all you Trekkies, but I don't know. It's cool that they're making a bunch of Star Trek fans from, you know, the Next Generation happy again. But I'm not a Star Trek Next Generation fan, so it doesn't appeal to me. I'm happy it's happening. It's what I'm talking about here. It's those you know, member berries and those fun things that, oh, did you see that in the background? That's the shit I like in Star Wars, and I totally appreciate why people are digging that in Picard. Spoiler alert, saw Data with yellow eyes, so that was kind of cool. I can see a memory flashback with Mando, like sharing a memory with Grogu of his own foundling days. Wow, that's interesting, man. I wonder if Grogu can do that. Just like, tell him, here, Mando, I want frogs for dinner. There has to be another Bad Batch season with a complete Force 99 if no one dies in the last 2 episodes this season. I have a feeling someone will die. Someone's dying next week in the Bad Batch. It may not be the Crosshair saving Omega thing, but it might be the exact thing we need. It might be about that time. I think they've confirmed in a way that Grogu will speak his first words in this season. So, any guesses on what Grogu's first words will be? This is the way? Papa? Mando? Yeah, he seems like a little arrogant kid, so I can see him getting in little fights again with baby Grogu and the little paintball war. So that was interesting too. What do you think of paintballs being in the Star Wars universe? Like, how come Stormtroopers didn't fire paintballs? They had stun guns, and the Bad Batch, they stun all the clones now instead of shooting them. Could just paintball them. So that was interesting. Paintball is now canon in Star Wars. Possibly, like he's got to be able to communicate before he speaks. Otherwise, you know, how does he? I don't know. It's interesting. Like, he's eventually going to get a bucket. He's going to have a helmet eventually because this is the way, right? So we'll have to see what happens. Yes. my musician friend extraordinaire, Mr. Salacious Rum, made that little LeftCoast Theories intro. I love it. Love them all. There, see, I'm catching up to the chat. Why not, Matt? It's a fun theory. I won't put it in a t-shirt. I think Crosshair being Snoke is a little more on the realistic, if that's the best word. I do think that there's something there. Remember, if Jon Favreau was writing the Mandoverse storyline, he was writing this during COVID, before COVID. So he's had lots of time to, have edits and have Filoni and even Pablo Hidalgo or whatever the frick his name is, add some content and edits and what they, the overall storyline can tell and not tell. Some shit I think they're going to still keep secret, like where Yoda's from. I think that's something that was promised to George that we'll never, reveal the name of the creature or where Yoda's from. So if they stick to that, that'd be cool. Oh, he's definitely in the suit at some time because he does have the credit as the actor. So, if they film an episode of Mando in maybe a week, 2-week period, maybe it takes longer, 3 weeks for an episode that's, roughly 30, 40 minutes long. He's there for half of that, without a doubt. Like, you can tell when that dude with the dreads is playing Mando, and it's usually in the action scenes. Because he gets paid the big bucks, man. He better be in that suit most of the time. Rey's mom was Jodie Comer. Is that an actress's name? Did they show Rey's mom in that little flashback? Yeah, I saw Picard's body. I don't know. Data was just saying, Picard! And he's pointing at an wrinkly old Picard. Yeah, the little Mando fight scene was pretty neat, but why are they fighting right by the lake that has, Alligatorosaurus swimming in it? Like, didn't they learn the first time? Hey, Mr. B. I think I'm catching up on the chat. Oh, I have all the tinfoil. Oh, what did you miss? Okay, I'm going to start over. I'm not going to start over. You do have to rewind. I'm trying to think of it. What have I missed? I talked about Heavy Mando and the armor, getting it on. Talked about what I think about Crosshair and Snoke, talked about Heavy Mando and the armor having a full face reveal at some point. We did learn something cool last week where, when the Mandos eat, we've seen Mando eat before where he kind of just lifted up his helmet and drank some soup at the campfire. And then we saw another time where he was in private, like in a little apartment with his helmet off, eating while his girlfriend was out, tending to the garden kind of thing. So he was still following the way. And then we learned, they're all the Mandos are sitting by the campfire before they go rescue Ragnar from the Game of Thrones dragons. They all go take off in the forest and eat so they can take their helmets off. But they said since Bo-Katan was leading the journey or the mission, she can stay by the fire. So that was something we learned. Where they get that from, I don't know. Is that like an old Viking thing, or it was interesting? It was something new. Yeah, keep saying it. It will become true. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't post this last night. I meant to. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Because I haven't watched any of the other Picard episodes, season 1 or 2 or 4 or whatever they're at. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Picard, but I'm glad people are enjoying it. It does. I like the member berries. All right, did I break something here? All right, I got to show something off. Got some new jewelry. Check out the badassness that is Hut Slayer. With chain, as promised. I don't know, I'm very happy with that. What do you guys think, man? If you like that, give me some fire emojis in the chat. Now it's... Ooh, look at that. Slave to nobody. The power of the pins. Collect them all. See that barge artwork in the background? I actually drew the whole frickin' barge just for this little... No, I drew it for another reason, but it's cool that I can reuse some artwork. But yeah, she turned out really well, man. I'm really happy. The new factory I'm using, they put the gold clasps on here, which I don't like, but it is what it is, I guess, because I don't get a lot of gold pins. So I got about 18 of her left. So if you did not pre-order last month, please don't hesitate to jump on her. Not in that way, but order her now, please. Thank you. What else we got? We got this little piggy. Turned out freaking brilliant. So this is the black nickel finish. It's as close as you can get to black without it being black. It's still metallic. Gives you that ching. But yeah, so this is my third Gamorrean pin, believe it or not. The first one was Stephen Constantino with his helmet off. The actor who portrayed Gammo in The Return of the Jedi. And then I did Gammo from the Mandoverse, the pit fighter Gammo, the UFC Gammo, with a shirt off. But now there's a fourth. I got to do Boba Fett's bodyguards that got thrown off the cliff 300 style with their shirt off, because they're just awesome characters and I love them. So there's this little piggy went to, Return of the Jedi. I don't remember what I called him. But no, I called this guy Admiral Fishhead. You can see the screen print yellow stripes on his pantalon. So yeah, he turned out very well as well. He's also in the black nickel plating. And the fourth beauty that arrived Friday. Cold weather outfit, her worshipfulness, that's what she's called. So yeah, she turned out really good as well. I'm really enjoying these card backs. They're so fun to make look vintage and retro. And if that number is correct, which is not, I've done 92 pins. I have not done 92 pins. I think I've done 40 pins now. So next weekend, I'm either going to be wearing this as a beard charm or an earring. I'll let you know. Toy show next week in Vancouver. Get the giveaway. Got a handful of pins to give away. So if you're at the Vancouver toy show and you see this funny looking guy with a bag of pins, don't hesitate to say hello and get some free swag. Welcome, Havern. Or Avern, if you're from Canada. I don't know about pins myself, but thinking stickers myself soon. Thanks, man. I still have many stickers. Stickers is where it all started for me. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. B. Thank you for the fire emojis. Hey, what's up, Brett? This is the Sith Kinney version. Sith Kinney. Why does Star Trek keep using Picard's body like state property? Where's Captain Kirk? I thought I saw a thumbnail on YouTube of William Shatner as a young Captain Kirk in the Picard series. Is that an episode I missed? Because I thought that would have broke the internet if they did a de-aged William Shatner on Picard. Aren't they time traveling? Isn't that something they're doing? Correct me if I'm wrong, Mark. All right. Hey, welcome, G-Force. What's going on, buddy? So is the toy duo getting it on today? And is it all Hulk special? Thank you, Mr. B. So yes, thanks for your patience, guys. I know, the pre-orders do frustrate people in the toy and the collecting industry, but for a small man, one-man show like me, it's got to be done, man. I can't fork out dozens of Canadian dollars. It's not Canadian dollars either. I pay for all this in American dollars, so I can't fork it all in advance. It's not feasible. Maybe one day. I've seen a very cool pic of a graded proof card, Revenge of the Jedi card back the other day. Yeah, those are pretty rare, pretty hard to come by. Yeah, Mark, maybe I still got a box of Christmas presents from 2021 here with some sharks in it and fun stuff. Yes, that's in 2 weeks, Mark? So, new news I'm seeing over the internet past couple days is that expected to announce 3 new Star Wars movies at Celebration. This is not confirmed. This is rumor, but that's good news, man. Like, the other rumor is that one's coming out in the next, 16 months. So if that's the case, it's already been started. So wouldn't that be something if they've secretly filmed a Star Wars movie? Oh, so there was something about Kirk. Yes, Mr. B, my stickers. I still have stock of the Return of the Jedi sticker pack, or Return of the Sticker Pack, as well as, I got them here, Mandoverse Season 1. I don't know where I got those hidden. But yes, the stickers. Stickers are 3.75-inch scale. Oh, I forgot to show this off. So my Hut Slayer pin, which is my favorite pin, was based off this super freaking awesome custom by Ryan Shaw, aka Bantha 5. You can't get them, so don't ask. It's a beauty, man. It's the best one I've ever seen. It's by far one of my favorite figures. Can I do this on YouTube? Boom! Beautiful, man. Ryan Shaw, you're the fucking man. I still need that 6 titty bitch. The other dancer, Gargle. I need her. But yeah, man, that's who this pin is based off of. This action figure. Because this is the way. I can't see why not, man. He's not on bad terms with, Universal or Paramount or whoever owns Star Trek. So, why not, man? He still goes to conventions at 91 years old? Kickstarter, Star Wars Dictionary. I don't know what a pattern buffer is. Perfect timing, Mark. Let's put a scoop in some tea and have an enjoyable day, buddy. I cannot recommend stuff like that enough. I got one that is a real braid of hair. I got one what, Mr. B? A sticker with a real braid of hair? Or a pin? Oh, a figure with a real braid of hair. Yeah, that'd be cool. I got lots of hair. I could start doing that. But people might cancel me. Maybe that's not a cool thing to put real hair on your pins. No, that was very well done. It's not as good. It's better, Mark. It's better because it's Kenner. If it's Kenner, it's cool. Yes, she is a beautiful, beautiful piece of toy artistry. There's so many talented figure makers out there. Toy Weaver, another one of my favorites. In my own style, like they have the passion and the love for the Kenner Star Wars magic awesomeness. So that's what it's all about, man. Oh, look, Mark. He has a brother. The only ones I've seen for $20. I need the other 5, and then the other wave that's Target exclusive. What a pain in the ass. Hello, Kat. Hope your puzzle's coming along well. Thanks for sharing. It's always good to see some friends, doing some fun stuff on the YouTubes. Unlike this, where I spew the theories. Okay, now I'm gonna look, because I can't see in StreamYard on YouTube. If I don't have 10 likes, so you have 4 seconds to do it. If I don't have 10 likes, I'm gonna end this stream now. Oops. Okay, you're lucky. I got 11 likes, so I can stay on a little longer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let them breathe. If anyone wants to join me and praise the toy gods, can't believe I missed an hour of Cat. Is Cat still going? Yes, so my first sacrifice to the toy gods in a long time. Oh, if he had a beard, he'd be a handsome frickin' dude. Oh, before I open this, I forgot a theory.
Rick has got a crazy theory. Rick has got a crazy theory. Rick has got a...
Okay, Obi-2 Kenobi. As we all know from the Kenobi show, Obi-Wan says he has a brother, which I like to call Obi-2 Kenobi. But there's a new show coming on the Disney Plus network called, frickin' what the fuck's it called? Not The Acolyte, the other one. With the school, with Jude Law as the teacher of the young Jedis. And I think one of the young Jedis is a Max Rebo creature, so that would be frickin' awesome. But now here's my new theory. Obi-2 Kenobi is Jude Law in the new Disney Plus. Oh, what's it called? Jedi Academy? No, it's not The Acolyte. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. It's like the only other Star Wars show. But yes, that's my new theory, that Obi-2 Kenobi is Jude Law's character, who I don't think we know the name of his character yet, so maybe that's why. Anyone want to chew on that and spit it out? Let me know your thoughts on why they even brought up Obi-2 Kenobi if he's not going to be a character in the future. So that's my theory. And he's British, like Obi-Wan. Ooh, look at that. I didn't know he had soft goods cape. That's actually really cool. Because he can still wear his lightsaber. These are good figures, man. I like the mix of matte black and the dark gray, the cool gray. You know, less paint and more different color plastic is what I say. Yeah, and the armor works. The soft pliable rubber. So you can get some cool dynamic poses. Yeah, I dig them, man. I really dig them. I'm glad this is the final Inquisitor. No, they still haven't released that female one with like one line and no helmet. They haven't made it. I think we all pre-ordered her, but as far as I know, that figure's not out yet. Oh, that's a little sewy thing. Pretty cool, pretty cool. That's so the blades do come off, right? Yeah. Play with my toys. How do you reach that? Like, oh, hello, let me fight you. I guess like that. All right, I don't need my cat to eat that. My cat would love to eat that right about now. All right, so I am going out on a limb and saying he's right-handed. I could probably look at the picture in the box. Yes, he is right-handed. But who isn't right-handed? If you're not right-handed, you're wrong. Right? But if you're not in the left coast, you're wrong too. So I don't know. Maybe I should shut up. All right, I can't even put that in his hand. So the struggle is real, folks. He looks good though. I'm glad that I finally opened him. Paid the full price though, $35 Canadian. I like the two-tone cape, man. Why don't they do more of this? I just don't get it, man. Hello, that's Miss Gerard. Welcome, Gerard. How you doing today? Legos. I heard the Lego studs are back tomorrow. All right, I do have another sacrificial lamb to the toy gods. Black chrysanthemum. What's he looking at here? He's looking the other way. But I couldn't resist. $17. You know, it's as cheap as it's going to get. And I was actually, I like it, man. I like the little dreadlocks. I don't know why they're a different color. So he's going to get repainted a la Hayvern style with some wash. I haven't done that in a long time, but it's going to happen. Can't stop me. There's your tape on there. A little bit of tape on there. I don't mind these boxes, these books type boxes. Oh, he really is black. See, like, his dreadlocks are not a different color in the back. Why are they like Chewbacca color? Like, it looks like they were glued on afterwards. That looks wrong. Are other people's look like that? That scar on the eye is pretty cool. So it is a, you know, a brand new head sculpt that doesn't really move. But yeah, it's a Wookiee, man. Come on. So this is not the exact same character based on the Book of Boba Fett. This is more based on the comics. And I think, you know, at Celebration, we'll get to see the new chrysanthemum in Black Series form, in retro form, and in vintage collection form, because Star Wars has 3 lines they got to deal with for us adult collectors. Yeah, he looks badass. What a Wookiee. I look forward to seeing more Chrysanthemum and his allies in the Book of Boba Fett in the future, because Boba Fett. Hail Lord Boba Fett. Oh, yeah, this goes on there. Little something like that. Yeah, how does that, it's weird. Like here's a weird story. When I was in grade school, like 10 years ago, in the 70s, we had an Australian teacher. It wasn't, I think it was an exchange teacher, so he came to work in Canada for a year, and a Canadian teacher went to Australia for a year, something like that. But I remember this Australian teacher would, if kids were writing with their left hand, out came the meter stick. You know, like I don't know if anyone else I've seen or heard stories like this, but I have memories of school teachers beating kids who are writing with their left hand. So I wonder if that still happens. Maybe in Florida. I wish his head moved. Fern, you can pop this head off, right? This head pops off with a hair dryer. Oh, I don't have a hair dryer. It's black. Like there's nothing that's not black on it except those little dreadlocks, which makes no sense. Like why they actually went to the trouble of painted these a different color. And he has more gray and white wash over him because he's older. Legos, although it is a word. Yes, Mr. B, they have. Hasbro has announced that they are making a Black Series Chrysanthemum from the Book of Boba Fett. And he is pictured on, I don't have it here, but you got Boba Fett, Fennec Shand. They just revealed another one. On the side of the box, you can see a little bit of Chrysanthemum's, the shoulder armor there. So it's coming very soon, like in that next wave. For whatever reason, they can't show the photo, which makes no sense. Yeah, well, you have to ask the people from Deutschland or Denmark. Is Lego Denmark? Pop and boil. Legos! Anyone have any questions on how many pins you're allowed to buy at one time? There's no limit. It's unlimited. Man, those spikes are sharp. Or I need to hear a theory from one of you. I can't be the only one spewing out these fantastic Star Wars theories. There's got to be another channel on YouTube that does Star Wars theories. What's up, 4G? Yeah, but Mark is a proper Englishman, and he still says, "Oh, it's look at me camera, look at me book." The word is "my," unless they taught you incorrect English in grade school. Legos. I'm just gonna leave that one up there. There you go. Lego blocks, Lego pieces. I have heard official Lego people say Legos. I've seen them put the word Legos on their official Instagram accounts and social media, so I still think it's Legos is a good word. My favorite word. Kids, what is the plural of Eggos? You know those waffles you put in your toaster? It's Eggos with an S because I think it actually says Eggos in plural on the box. How's that diorama going, G-Force? Is that getting finished this weekend? All right, I'm sharing. Oh, did I share this yet? Insert Britney Spears song here. What beauty. So yes, I am going to the post office in about an hour. I got one bag full. One bag full, my man. All right, let me present. This is the way. I think it was Mr. B was asking about sticker packs. So in stock currently, got the Mando Show sticker pack. which has 12 of these vinyl stickers. So this is based on roughly season 1 of the Mandoverse. So these exist, they're in stock. You don't need to, there's no pre-order on them. The return of the sticker pack. A lot of work went into this. Every single one of these characters I drew from scratch, including the barge you see in the background. So those are the 2 latest and in-stock ones, but previous sticker packs were the Cloud City sticker pack. Oh, I thought I had some more photos. And before the Cloud City sticker pack was the Ice Planet sticker pack. I thought I had real photos in here. These are awesome. I love these guys. It all started with the stickers. And I had to do it. The Astromech sticker pack. These are sold out, unfortunately. They were fun. They were quite limited. Of course, not as popular as the Bounty Hunter sticker pack. This background executor style bridge, the artwork is by a fellow named Nathan Rosario. So he is a super talented comic book artist. I reached out to him to actually design that background for me, and I freaking love it. Desert Planet sticker pack. I couldn't think of a better name for this one. Kind of an in-between wave, but with everyone's favorite Hammerhead. And the one that started them all, the long sold out Original 12 sticker pack. So yeah, we got sticker packs. Still have some patches. There'll be another patch coming in the next few months. There's just an empty spot here. I got to do it. And I have now started sketching. I'm not showing you, but I'm going to design at least 2 new posters that will be larger than this. Larger than this. Larger than all those. More dynamic. So yeah, thanks for looking at that. Let me stop sharing that. Let me change my camera so you can see the mug of all mugs. Yes, I will be making more because of the 96 Kenner figures. I have not drawn them all yet. I'm coming close. I probably got about 20 left to draw, and then once I have them drawn, I can translate that artwork for some cool stickers and future enamel pin goodness. The artwork has to be altered. There's certain requirements I have to meet. But yeah, it all started with the stickers. I have a lot of fans, if you want to call them fans, collectors, who just buy the stickers. They just want the stickers. And now, the newer fandom is of the pins because, the Disney pin trading and Star Wars pin trading is pretty big now on the Instagram and whatnot. So yeah, I enjoy making them. I enjoy doing the artwork. I enjoy sharing it with everybody. And I enjoy spewing the LeftCoast theories.
Rick has got a crazy theory. Rick has got a crazy theory. Rick has got a crazy theory.
I would like to see a live action. This is not a theory, but I want to see a live action Wookiee with a lightsaber. I'm sorry if I don't know his name, but that guy who was in the Bad Batch a couple weeks ago. I want to see him. He'd be a cool character. And there's also that young Hammerhead Jedi. Whatever happened to that dude? That dude was pretty badass. I like to see more of him. So gone about an hour. I got nothing else to share. Well, shouldn't say that because I do have something else. I haven't opened this yet. Think I should open it? Let's see. Shows I have 12 likes. I don't know, I think I can't open it until I get 20 likes. I think that's fair, right? 20 likes, and I open up this bad boy, and then I tell you how much I paid for it. Is that fair? Oh, wait. I don't know if that works, telling people to like your stuff. Well, then you gotta go like it on a couple other accounts. This is the way. Tell all your friends and your family, your grandma, that relative that you don't talk to anymore. Tell them to come on over and like the stream, or don't. 14 likes, eh? Yeah, but has everyone in here liked the stream? That's the question. Can I hide this name thing here? That's kind of annoying. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should open this. Well, I do know, but... I did a little stream on my Instagram this morning, just basically kind of showing off the goods like I did with you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little more of that, a little more showing stuff on the Instagram. I like the jam. Yeah, I gotta find out who makes that music and get it going. I just gotta make sure this is sharing. It is sharing. So, a couple of posts I made last week. Let me know what you think of that. These posts, like what I call them, where it started and how it's going. So, 2014 is when I first started drawing my Kenner action figures, and it all started with Lord Boba Fett, the ruler of all Mandalore, and how it's going. So expect to see a little bit more about Lord Fett maybe next week. Also, hey Mando, where it started. Well, you all know, like, Mando wore this armor for 30 minutes, right? In episode 1, season 1 of the Mando, like, that's it. And he upgraded, like, in the first episode. So, yes, updated. I'm going to call this Mando version 2, because he no longer has his, Nerf blaster rifle. It got blowed up real good with the Razor Crest. But he has another weapon now, I think. Am I right? Does he have another weapon? He might have another weapon now. So yeah, there's my Instagram. But you all already follow me on Instagram, so I don't need to show you that, right? Welcome, Captain. Yes, all is going fairly well. Hit the like, and I might actually open this saber. This song, Captain Spaulding, it is called... Where'd it go? Aliens Took My Baby. Maybe because I haven't updated this description. If you look at a description in one of my first Let 'Em Breathe episodes here on YouTube, I do have a link and the name of the artist of this dope reggae beat in the description, so you can go download it. It's copyright free and whatnot, so that's why I use it. Yeah, it's in most of my videos, so if it's not in the last couple, I apologize. I don't always update my descriptions like I should be. How many likes we got? We got 20 likes yet? You can lie. No, don't lie. Oh, I lost a like. How did I lose a like? Someone changed it to a dislike. Blue Harvest Toys. I guess Hey Vern is not in here anymore, is he? You smashed it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And she loved it. Well, you know what? Let's do it. I love the Mando, Captain. I've got nothing to complain about. I'm very happy with almost all of the live-action Star Wars Disney Plus programming to date. My least favorite has been the Kenobi show, because it was obviously the lowest budget Star Wars anything ever made. Not including, like, Ewan McGregor's salary, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's why I disliked it. It felt very cheap. All right. This is not complicated at all. Or upside down. I'm assuming I'm going to get 20 likes, so. Oh, it's so big. All right. Wow, there's no plastic packaging at all. Like, it's all tissues papers. All right, I only care about the handle, so that's the only thing I'm gonna be doing right now. Oh, it's got ties. I don't like ties. Paper ties instead of twist ties. Actually, I'm a fan of paper twist ties. I'm not gonna lie. It's not shawarma. I don't even think I have batteries, so I don't think I'll be doing. All right, let me switch my camera Rooney. Call this the Saber Cam. Excellent. I love people getting boxes from other people. Yeah, I think the display stand does look pretty cool. It's I kind of display my lightsabers that I have like this, like just because of my shelf space. But this is the way. Let's leave that up there. Where we open up this burrito. Oh. Hello there. Hello there in Mark's British voice. All right, let me a weapon for a more civilized age. Oh, fuck, it's badass, man. I don't have this saber in any shape or form. The weathering, what a great weathering. It's probably the hardest lightsaber to build if you're using the original props. This piece is literally from like a frickin' grenade, like World War I era grenade. Yeah, good luck finding those. They exist. People do buy and sell them, but I think they buy and sell them for $600 to $800, if I'm not mistaken. The weathering on that is really good as well. That's rad. And another part, not so expensive but still hard to find, is this. This original prop part is from your hot water, your cold water taps in the UK. Like, this is literally, you know, what that was. This is you go to your, if you got a gas station that's like 50 years old in the UK, go and steal these for me, please. Because they're still out there. You know they are. Or an old, you know, flea market antique kind of show where they have a lot of those, you know, house building supplies. Look for these. Now that you see it, you'll never unsee it. It's a frickin' water faucet. And I believe the original prop has the H on it for hot water. So the original prop did not have these speaker holes. It had an H for hot water on it. I don't have batteries. But yeah, I know that this has two heads because it needs a big fatter neck to receive the lightsaber blade. But again, I don't think I'll ever put the lightsaber blade in this because I'm not a dueler. But that's bad ass. And the weight. Yep, this is the way. I really like the weathering. Does anyone else have this Kenobi saber? Speak of the devil. Beelzebub. That's where everyone is. Everyone's playing the damn Satan video game this weekend because it's free. You know what else is free? This stream right here, it's free. Mr. B's going, I love mine. Damn, yeah, that's a goal. I have lots of goals to build some props. Many of you know. You know what? I'm getting it. I don't care. This is the Disney parks. Anakin, Rey / Luke lightsaber from maybe 2019, maybe earlier. I don't think they have them anymore because now they're all Galaxy's Edge themed, and they're little. I've seen them. They're a little lower quality than these originally were. These are a little bit better than the Star Wars Black Series versions. But yeah, so these are both, you know, store-bought replicas, if you want to call them that. That's exactly what they are. Where's my box? Now, I will go out on a limb and say that this next item, Put you over there. Put you over there. This next item is probably, my prized possession or favorite piece in my collection, and that is an actual original vintage Graflex 3-cell flash handle, which is what most of the original Star Wars lightsaber props were made from. So put the light bulb in there, and Mr. Monroe, Miss Monroe, boom, it takes a picture, that light bulb is dead, and now they got to put a new light bulb in it. So every time flash photography was taken back in the day, that's exactly what happened, man. So take that off. Take this little piece off. And look at that. There's this actual item is how this lightsaber was made. So you got the bunny ears up top, those are called. You got the red eye beard tab, it's called. There's a little switch. There's a little plug where you actually plug the flash in. The clamp with the added PC board to make the prop complete. So for me to build this into a lightsaber, I need to acquire a piece from a vintage calculator PC board, or I don't know if this is an elevator PC board or a calculator. Yeah, Graflex 3-cell flash. And then the T grips, T tracks. Some people say it's from some old furniture, sliding, cupboard door racks, from the 70s and 60s. And I've also seen some people theorize it's Austin mini windshield wiper blades, because they're more of a rubber material than a T-track would be more of a plastic material. So I'm thinking maybe both were used, because the rubber is a little nicer to grip than if it was plastic. So yeah, that's my freaking Graflex, man. I got this at the Vancouver Toy Show last year, and was it last year? Last year or the year before. And this event is again next weekend, 2 days at the P&E in Vancouver. I also have this Graflex unit. This lightsaber, or this prop, was used to build Luke's lightsaber in the holiday special, believe it or not. And it's in some promo photos. So they made this lightsaber out of this prop, and it just looks a little different because it's got different, shape to it. But it's cool to have. I got it cheap many years ago because it said Graflex on it. And then I later learned what it was. And then this one is just a cool one, for making a custom Yoda lightsaber. It's just much smaller, but still cool shit, man. I love this stuff. Props, man. Props. I got nothing else to show off, man. I would have liked to stretch this to 2 hours, so I can get 15 view hours. Because I still need 2,000 view hours before any type of monetization happens on my channel. But it is what it is. Hi, Connor. How you doing, buddy? Happy weekend to you. Thanks for smashing that like button on your way in or your way out, whichever it is. It's a revolving door. It goes both ways. Props to your props. I don't think Vern's here anymore, or he would have chimed in by now. Let's see what I can do here. What I got? Give a couple of wrenches away. Who doesn't have a wrench? Oh, Mr. Gerard. Boom. Wrench. Open Indie. I see JT, open Indie. I will be opening Indie, but I'm going to do a little freaking short. You know, shorts. It is what it is, but I was going to do it this morning. And then kind of pretend that I was opening it live for you guys, but that would be dishonest. I couldn't do that. But yeah, so this Black Series Kenobi lightsaber I got from Amazon. As many of you know, I am an Amazon affiliate through my Heroes and Villains toy collecting page and Facebook groups. So the day this became available to pre-order, it was a very popular item. A lot of people wanted this. In Canada, they had made a mistake and they listed it for $39.88 Canadian. And I pre-ordered it. I'm like, oh, that's going to get canceled or something. I shared it. A bunch of people pre-ordered it. And then I guess 3 or 4 months later, when they actually started shipping them, some people started getting like a Little Tikes toy kitchen set or some bath soap or something else that was worth $39 and not this saber. But I think many people, maybe 100 or more people, did buy this through my Amazon affiliate link and got it for a $30 price. So I believe this is $460 Canadian or $400 US or $350 US, still currently to this day. I don't think they're worth that much, to be fair. It is what it is. This one I got from the Disney parks. I think it was only $200 US at the time, so I don't think they're worth double what they were 2 years ago, in my opinion. Like $39.88. I can show you the receipts. And I can't click on that? Why can't I click on that? I don't know, man. Like, people that paid for StreamYard, like, if I paid, could I click on this comment? No. It wouldn't make a difference because right now it's broken. It doesn't make any. I can star it. I can block you. But I can't show it. StreamYard was doing a live stream yesterday morning showing off all their new features. They got these new layout features. So just under 200 US. I can't click on your comment for whatever stupid fucking reason. So that was the first time I ever had StreamYard. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but it just turned off and I had to reopen it. Okay, now I can click on the damn button. So, yeah, I was watching a StreamYard live stream yesterday showing off their new features they have for people that pay to use the service. And I commented in the chat because I subscribe to them on YouTube. I'm interested in their product. I've paid for it. I've paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars to them over the past year or two. And I commented in the chat like 4 times, why doesn't StreamYard accept PayPal? Excuse me. Because they bill in US dollars, and I'm not going to pay my hard-earned Canadian loonies to buy American dollars to fucking pay for a subscription service through a Canadian credit card. They only take credit cards. I asked them, why don't you take PayPal? And I was ignored. And I've even emailed them, like, why don't you take PayPal, the world's largest digital payment service? And no reply. So from what I know, Amazon and StreamYard are the only 2 people I've ever encountered who do things online electronically that sell product or service, they don't accept PayPal. And I don't know why that is, man. Like, yeah, it's 2.75% service fee, but I believe it's 3.75 service fee to use Visa or MasterCard or American Express card. So it's actually cheaper as a service that you're using than taking a credit card payment. So I don't get it. And it's instant. Credit card payments, you got to wait probably 72 hours for. Welcome, Brian. How you doing today, buddy? So yeah, I'm not a big ranter, but why doesn't StreamYard accept PayPal? It makes no sense. 0 cents. No trivia questions. I got no trivia questions. I got. I can't play all my silly things. I do appreciate StreamYard and some of the features they offer, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm in for the $200 a year plan when I know people that get it for free. So I don't get it. Makes no sense. But yeah, thanks for listening to some Left Coast theories. And if you're late and you missed it, Connor, go back and watch it, man. Come on, G-Force. Who is this? Oh. I'm going to put my hair behind my back. I pity the fool that don't recognize this t-shirt. Come on. Just, I think they raised the price in TeePublic now. So now they're $15 or something instead of $13. So, if not TeePublic, threadless. Oh, I know what I want to show off. All right. I'm not going to do it, is it? Mm-hmm. All right, it's not going to make it easy, so I can't show it. But in my threadless artist shop, I have just made available some desk mats or mouse pads. Okay, I can't share this, so let me share this. I haven't ordered one yet, but, so I can't say these are great quality because I'm assuming they're all the exact same quality from every maker. I know how these are made. These are all made with sublimation type printing, which is pretty freaking cool and pretty modern stuff. So this is my threadless artist shop. Can I send you a link? I think this will work. It's not the official link, but it'll take you to this exact page. So desk mats and mouse pads. So usually they have real pictures of what these things look like. So we got mouse pad. Oh, and if Kat's still here, we got puzzles. So here's a 500 piece puzzle. Can I zoom in on it? All right, so they come in a little box. They do print the artwork on the front of the box, which I hope so. And then, yeah, there's all your, you can kind of see, what you're going after here. So, my artwork is not the most complicated freaking artwork, vector artwork. But, yeah, man, how cool would it be to have this cool mouse pad? So we got mouse pads and these desk mats. So I'm going to get I think I'm going to get 3 or 4 of these desk mats that are, a little more appealing than my green mat cutting board. Yeah, I just thought I'd show those off. So you want a complicated puzzle, Kat? Tell me if this will be a complicated puzzle or not. I'm going to say yes. I thought I added more. Here's a pretty cool desk mat. I think I didn't add the original 12 one, so that's the one I got to add. So I was just utilizing some of this artwork that I already have. Thought it was cool. And if you're a thrashing radical skateboarder, you can. Come on, load. And it's not working. Why isn't it working? Oh, what is? There we go. Skateboards. Lots of skateboards. Believe it or not, these are actually quite popular. I do. Many of these get shipped. I don't have a lot of photos to prove that, but you have to take my word for it. Who doesn't want a 2-1B frickin' skateboard? Come on, man. Pretty cool bounty hunter lineup. Yeah, so skateboards are cool. This is probably my favorite, just because I like this artwork in the yellow background. The Hammerhead Squad. So yeah, that's that. Let me close that window. Thanks for letting me show off some stuff. You guys are all appreciated. Thanks for hanging with me this morning and listening to me shoot the Mando shit and the Bad Batch shit. Hail Omega and Lord Boba Fett. We'll see them in the future. So thanks everyone for hanging out today. And I don't know. We'll do it again next week. Next week maybe we'll just have a regular Let 'Em Breathe episode. But I need new toys for that. So if you buy a couple pins, I'll buy a toy. How's that? Yeah, I have never managed to successfully skate more than 11 centimeters because I will break bones. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. That saying is true. They also hit harder too, when you're playing football and contact sports. But when you fall off a skateboard or a hoverboard or any of those silly things, bones will break. All right, I keep remembering that I have to do that. Oh yeah, you know what?
Left coast is the best coast. Rick has got a crazy theory. Rick has got a crazy theory.
All right, thank you, folks. Enjoy the rest of your the weekend, and remember, collect them all and let them breathe. Thank you. This is the way.